Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube, following Alabama's dominating victory over Missouri. Thumbs up if you're happy with Alabama's victory over Missouri. I appreciate you guys being here. Look, I got a couple things to talk about, but what I want to do is show you guys the actual game detail. And when you look to this game, we're going to talk about the Alabama defense for sure, who I thought did a really good job today against Missouri. But when you look to this Alabama running game in detail, give me a roll tide if you were happy about Alabama's running game today. Look, if you want to make Alabama fans happy, this is what you do. You run the football and you play great defense. Alabama did just that. Justice Haynes, honestly, look, there's two plays that are my favorite of this year. Number one was the Ryan Williams catch against Georgia. Number two was Justice Haynes putting his head down, burying the dude from Missouri, and skating up 35 yards for a touchdown. 8 carries today, 79 yards. If anybody was questioning his physicality, I think that was silenced with that run right there as he put it into the end zone. Fantastic. Really happy for the kid. How about Richard Young? Yo, Richard Young, man, I think it's been hard for him to be on the bench. He comes out. A lot of people talking about that he looked like running backs from the past. Who does Richard Young remind you of? Sound off inside the comment box. 3 carries, 63 yards. We continue. Jalen Milroe, 11 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. Jam Miller, 11 carries and 48 yards, including 2 touchdowns. And how about this? Kendrick Law, we'll talk about more him in just a second. 1 rush for 21 yards. In total, Alabama ran the football 37 times for 277 yards. Okay, when you look to more game detail, you look to the way that this defense played. And I got a couple things that I want to talk about and spotlight the defense. Number one, you look how this team played on third down. Now I get it. Missouri's quarterback was out. Their running back was out. But how do you execute? How can you keep the right psychological disposition to play at a high level? Okay, and they did just that in this game. Missouri was 3 of 13 in this game. Okay, they only have 239 yards, and Alabama made plays when they had to. Okay, look, we spotlighted Bray Hubbard coming into this game. How did he perform? Well, he came up with a timely interception. Quay Russo gets his first interception. Captain Malachi Moore comes with the interception. So this team took advantage, and they played 4 quarters of solid football. You know what? The couple things that I like to point out about this team in terms of the overall intensity. I think in the back end, when I saw Coach Kalen DeBoer ripping Rock Montgomery, look, we want these guys to coach at the highest level and coach hard. I think there's this kind of narrative that you can't coach hard anymore. We want them to coach hard with love. That is kind of the Alabama standard. And I think you're going to see Coach Kalen DeBoer's approval rating absolutely shoot through the roof because of the way that he coached his team in this particular game. Kane Womack, look, a lot of eyes on him, and that's the toughest job in all of college football, was replacing the defensive coordinator position here at Alabama. A lot of reasons to be questioning the Alabama defense, and there still is. The season's not over, job's not done, but in this game, did you get better from last game? And I think you did. The way that the Alabama defense did, I thought they played inspired. And how about that Alabama second, third team, whatever we want to call it, in the back end when they were facing a 4th and 1. Drake Kirkpatrick's out there. How old do you feel? Seriously, watching Drake Kirkpatrick out there. But guess what? Those guys came through on a 4th and 1. Didn't see Ty Simpson in this game up until the later half of the game. We'll talk about Jalen Milroe real quick, all right? We talked about the running game. I want to hear from you inside the comment box about Jalen Milroe and the overall offense under his, leading this offense. I felt that in the first 3 drives of the game, we didn't really, it was weird. It was like the offense was stuck in the mud, whatever happened. But you started to see Alabama midway from that second quarter on, they really started to move the football. Jalen Milroe finishes 16 of 26, 215 yards. He does not throw a touchdown in this game. His leading targets, if we scroll down, it was Jeremy Bernard, who had 5 for 82, Ryan Williams 4 of 53, Dupree 2 of 27, Kendrick Law 2 of 17. I still feel that something's going on in terms of the accuracy with Jalen. His deep ball wasn't there in terms of kind of that home run hitter, but he did at times step up and throw. Now, he was sacked twice and he got tagged. One was on the left side from Caden Proctor and one was from Elijah Pritchett. How you feeling about Jalen Milroe overall? And grade him in this game on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 elite, 1 played like trash. So I want to hear from you. Grade Jalen Milroe in this game, 1 to 10. I'll be curious to get your feedback inside the comment box. I did see some times where he did overthrow wide receivers. The one that was really weird was it didn't seem like anyone was around Brian Williams, and he completely missed him. Thought he missed Kobe Prentice. But then again, I saw some wide receivers drop some passes too. So what do you think about Jalen Milroe? Sound off inside the comment box. I'm curious to get your feedback. I mean, look, Kalen DeBoer, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer's quarterback, right? He is going to ride Jalen Milroe through, so I want to get your feedback, and we'll talk more about it, I promise you, as we go forward. On the defensive side, let me get to the defensive detail real quick. You know what? It was amazing to see this young man up at the top, Jahad Campbell, come with it. For the last couple games, I don't know. I mean, it seems like his play hasn't been elite, right? And Jahad Campbell is elite. This game, he played elite. He had a sack on that flea flicker in the beginning. He had a big hit on the side. I hadn't even looked at the defensive stats up until now. He has 8 tackles, which leads the team, 4 solos. Felt like he was absolutely everywhere. And then you have Bray Hubbard. Look, Bray Hubbard's numbers. Are you kidding me? I told you going into this game, nose for the football, right? He has an ability to be where the ball is, which is a great sign of a safety. Made the interception. I didn't know he had 7 tackles, but man, that guy absolutely gets a game ball 100%. Deontay Lawson 5 and Justin Jefferson with 5. Overall, I think that this team certainly got a lot of momentum from this game. I think when you look to kind of the detail of this team and where they're at, going into this game, they didn't have a lot of momentum. And let's face it, now their back is against the wall 100%. I said this earlier on my show. I challenged Coach Kalen DeBoer to keep this team as the underdog. I don't want to see this team, going crazy and like, because we know if we really zoom out, Missouri didn't have their quarterback and they didn't have their running back. Not taking anything away from the win. Keep this team hungry. Can you keep this team dialed in? Can you continue to steer this team as the underdog? Because let's face it, they still are, right? You lose one more game, the season is absolutely done in terms of a playoff standpoint. Now, over here in Alabama, the patience are thin and the expectations are ultra high. Like there's fans that still want to win a national championship and it's not done. So can you keep this team as the underdog? I think this win comes at a perfect time for several different reasons. Number one, you ride off into a bye week with a huge win in SEC play, right? And then after that, you get an extra week to prepare for LSU. LSU is about to play Texas A&M tonight. Curious to see how the game goes. I want to hear from you overall. How you feeling about this team? How you feeling about Coach Kalen DeBoer? How you feeling about the offense and defense? I saw something different from the offense tonight that I haven't seen. I'm going to have to do the rewatch and kind of do some, second watch to kind of understand what I was seeing because something changed in the middle of that second half that I really liked. Look, keep running the football. Keep running the football, keep beating those backs, and really big win for the Alabama Crimson Tide. This kid, Justice Haynes, so happy for him, man. What a play. Coming up on our YouTube channel, you can look for it. It's Coach Kalen DeBoer's press conference, but this is my instant reaction following Alabama's victory over Missouri. Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right here on Bama Football on YouTube.